Before installing solar panels on the roof, these are the few things you need to take into consideration. Number one is permission from your landlord or estate management. If you are a tenant, you need to take permission from the landlord before mounting the solar panels on the roof. Else, you may have legal issues with the landlord. The landlord can also stop the installer from carrying out the installation. If you are living in an estate, you need to seek permission from the estate management before you proceed with the installation. Number two is proper load calculation. Before installing solar panels, you need to know your total daily energy consumption. Your total daily energy consumption will help you in choosing the size of battery bank that will power your appliances when the sun is not available, and also help you to calculate the number of solar panels that will be able to generate the energy that will be stored in the battery bank and the energy that is needed to also power your appliances if you are using them both day and night, or the appliances you will be using only during the day when the sun is available. So proper load audit, proper system sizing is very important before buying solar panels to install on the roof. Number three is roof strength. You need to know the strength of your roof before installing solar panels on the roof. Else, the solar panels can destroy your roof because they have weight. So if you're installing 10, 20, 30, 40 pieces of solar panels on the roof, you must take the strength of your roof into consideration. Number four is proper mounting accessories. You don't mount solar panels directly on the roof. You need mounting accessories. Here we have the solar panel mounting rail. This is what the solar panels will be placed on this rail. If you don't have access to this, you can also use this one. Many installers make use of this rail. Then there are other mounting accessories. We have the L foot. This is the L foot. This is the mid clamp. And this is the end clamp. These are all solar panel mounting accessories. If you use these accessories to mount your solar panels, they will be firm and your installation will be clean and will also be neat. The next one is shading and ventilation. You don't install your solar panels where there's shading. Shading from trees, from projected buildings, from chimneys, or whatever. You install your solar panels to face the sun because they generate and harness the energy from the sun, converts to electrical energy. If there's shading on the roof, your daily solar production will drop. The next one is ventilation. During the day in hot climates like in Nigeria and other countries, when the intensity of sun is high, the solar cells will be exposed to high temperatures, 50, 60 degrees Celsius. Now, voltage is being affected by increase or decrease in temperature. So that is why we use the mounting structures or the mounting accessories to give a space or a distance between the roof and the solar panel. You don't mount solar panels directly on the roof to sit on the roof sheet. No, you need the mounting profiles or mounting structures to give a space or a distance between the roof and the solar panels so that there will be airflow, there will be aeration. These will help in keeping the solar panels cool and also improve their performance during the day when they are generating energy. During installation, there must be proper sealing of the holes that are drilled during installation to mount the profiles or the structures. So you use proper roof sealant to make sure there is no leakage during the rainy season. Also, before mounting the solar panels, you need to read the data sheets of your solar charge controller or your hybrid inverter to know the maximum PV input requirements of the solar charge controller or the inverter. They may not be the same requirements. For example, if you have 9 solar panels, you have 9 units of 600 watts solar panels. Now, these are 9 units of solar panels. If I'm connecting the solar panels to a charge controller, I will look at the maximum PV input voltage of that charge controller. Some charge controller, it is 150 volts. Some, it is 195 volts. depending on the product you are using. So you are limited. You cannot connect all these 9 panels in series. You need to connect either 3 in series, that is this 3 in series, you connect another 3 in series, then these other 3, you also connect them in series. So what you are having here, you have 3 parallel connections. So with this, it will also guide you on the size of cable to use from the solar panels to the charge controller. Remember, we are talking about safety also, so that there will be no fire outbreak. Now, if I am connecting the solar panels to a hybrid inverter with a maximum PV input voltage of 500 volts, I can wire all these solar panels in series. Positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative. So I will not have any parallel connection because all the solar panels are connected in series. So I will only have the positive terminal and the negative terminal that I will connect to my hybrid inverter. So with this, the size of cable I will use for this connection or configuration will be different. Here I may use a 6mm cable or a 4mm cable, depending on the distance, depending on temperature, depending on the amount of current that is flowing, that is the short circuit current of the solar panel. I will take into consideration the distance because of voltage drop. So these things are very important. You have to do them on paper before you take the solar panels on the roof to know if I'm doing series connection, if I'm doing parallel connection, or I will do series parallel connection. And the next one, you must also look at the quality of the installer. A quality installer will always bring quality equipment. So the quality of the installer you're using to carry out the installation of your roof matters a lot. You don't install solar panels by using binding wire to bind them on the roof. When there's a strong wind, those solar panels can be pulled off from the roof. Rather, you use, the standard mounting structures or rails to carry out your installation. So for you to get the best out of your solar installation, you need to do things the right way. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.